Are you dreaming of sailing away on a relaxing cruise vacation? Before you embark on your adventure, it's important to know some essential etiquette for your cozy cabin. Today, we're sharing with you the 15 things you should not do in your cruise ship cabin. These tips will be your guide to navigating your cabin like a seasoned cruiser. Whether you're staying in an inside cabin, ocean view, balcony, or suite, there's a few important things to steer clear of to make sure your cruise goes off without a hitch. These include things that could cause trouble for others, put your safety at risk, or even get you kicked off the ship. It's important to remember that cruise ship accommodations are not the same as regular hotel rooms, so it's crucial to follow these guidelines to avoid any problems during your trip. So if you're ready, let's begin with it.
Number one, do not attempt to bring prohibited items on board. It's really important to follow the rules and not bring stuff you're not allowed to on the cruise ship. Things like irons, steamers, or CBD products are not allowed, and if you try to bring them, they could get taken away and might get you in trouble. These rules are there to keep everyone safe. For example, irons and steamers can cause fires, which could be dangerous on a ship. Bringing CBD products might have legal implications and has already gotten people permanently banned on sailing certain cruise lines. To make sure everything goes smoothly and everyone stays safe, just check what you can and can't bring before you pack for your trip. That way, you won't accidentally bring something you're not supposed to, and everyone can have a good time without any problems.
Number two, using candles or incense inside your cabin. For safety reasons, candles and incense are not allowed on board. Open flames like these can be risky and might cause accidents. And we're sure no one wants a tragedy just because we decided to light some candles and incense, right? Okay.
Number three, smoking or vaping inside the cabin. It's really important to follow the no smoking rule when you're inside your cruise ship cabin. This policy is in place to make sure that everyone on board stays safe and comfortable, including both passengers and crew members. No smoking or vaping is allowed inside the cabin to prevent fire risks, keep the air clean, and respect others' preferences. But don't worry, there are designated smoking areas on the outdoor decks of the ship where you can still enjoy a cigarette or vape. Some ships also have indoor smoking areas. These spots are set up with ashtrays and good ventilation so that everyone can have a great time without any inconvenience.
Number four, smoking or vaping on your private balcony. Most cruise lines don't allow smoking on balconies for safety reasons and to make sure everyone has a good time. Smoking on balconies can be a fire hazard because the wind can blow flammable debris back onto the ship and close to other guests. Plus, secondhand smoke can bother people nearby. Remember, if you break the no smoking rule, you might get in trouble or even have to leave the ship. It's not fun for anyone and could certainly ruin your vacation. So please respect the rules and keep everyone safe and happy.
Number five, forgetting to secure valuables in the cabin safe. Make sure to keep your valuable items safe when not in use when you're on your cruise. It's a good idea to use the cabin safe for things like your passport and jewelry. This way you can prevent them from getting lost or stolen.
Number six, pilfering from the minibar. Some cruise ship cabins will have an empty mini refrigerator for your use on your cruise, while others will have a fully stocked minibar. But before giving in to the temptation to dip into the mini fridge, understand that the beverages and snacks are most likely not included, even if you purchase the drink package. So, you could potentially be hit with some surprise charges. It's always a good idea to double check what's included before you grab anything. Gotta look out for your wallet, right? Now, if you don't plan on using anything from the minibar, but want to keep your own beverages and snacks cool, ask your cabin attendant if it's possible to have their items removed.
Number seven, causing unintentional damages. An issue that often comes up is unintentional damage caused by tape used to hang items or over the door organizers that can potentially harm the cabin door. While it may seem convenient to use tape to stick things up, it can actually leave a sticky residue or harm the finish of the cabin walls and furniture. Similarly, over the door organizers, although great for storage, can scratch or dent the door if not used carefully or if they're too heavy. This damage not only takes away from the cabin's appearance, but could also result in you being charged for repairs or cleaning at the end of your cruise. Repairs or extensive cleaning could also cause inconvenience for future occupants and disrupt everyone's cruise experience. To avoid any accidental damage in the cabin, passengers are encouraged to try out other methods for hanging items, like magnetic hooks specifically designed for cruise ship walls or command products.
Number 8, climbing or sitting on balcony railings. It's super important to remember that you should never climb or sit on the balcony railings. Doing this is dangerous and can have some serious consequences. Balcony railings are there to keep you safe and are not intended for climbing or lounging. They're not designed to hold your weight or handle pressure from someone sitting or climbing on them. If you do so, you could lose your balance and fall, or even worse, have an accident and end up overboard. Not only are you putting yourself at risk by sitting or climbing on balcony railings, but you're also endangering others on decks below you. So don't become a statistic. Keep off the balcony railings. If you're finding any of this information helpful, please give it a big thumbs up. And if you haven't done so already, please consider subscribing to the channel. It is free to you and it really does help us out. And we thank you.
Number 9, not exercising caution with balcony doors. To stay safe while enjoying your cruise ship balcony, remember to be careful with the balcony doors. It might seem harmless to leave the balcony door open, but if you do so and then open the cabin door at the same time, it can actually be quite risky, especially for a child nearby the cabin door. Opening both doors at the same time creates a pathway for strong winds to suddenly slam them shut, potentially causing harm to passengers or property damage. To ensure the safety of everyone on board, it's important to be cautious when using balcony doors. Always be aware of the potential dangers and take steps to reduce risks.
Number 10. No consideration for fellow passengers is a big no. Please be sure to maintain low noise levels, respect privacy, and refrain from any behavior that may disturb others in neighboring cabins. In other words, no yelling in the hallways and out on your balcony. Your neighbors will hear you and will not be happy about it.
Number 11, ignoring cabin attendants' hard work. Being kind and respectful to cabin attendants is vital for creating a positive cruise experience. Make sure to greet them with a smile and thank them for their hard work whenever you see them. A simple good morning or thank you can really brighten their day. Remember that cabin attendants have a busy schedule, so be considerate when asking for services like cabin cleaning or turn down service. Be mindful of how you use cabin amenities and be sure to dispose of trash properly. If you have made special requests or received exceptional service from your cabin attendant, you may want to consider leaving an additional tip at the end of your cruise to show your appreciation for all the hard work and dedication that cabin attendants provide. Of course, it's a very personal decision, but I can assure you, your cabin attendant will appreciate your consideration.
Number 12. Removing gratuities. For your convenience, daily tips for cabin attendants, dining staff, and other service members are added to your onboard account to show appreciation for the hard work they perform. They do work tirelessly to make sure you have a great time on your trip. Gratuities are important for the cruise staff's overall pay and are a key part of their income. So, unless you plan to tip every service member who assisted you on the ship individually, it's best to avoid removing automatic gratuities designated for cabin attendants and other staff. Changing gratuities may show a lack of respect for those who do their best to help you and rely on tips to support themselves and their loved ones.
Number 13, using the Do Not Disturb sign inappropriately. When you hang the Do Not Disturb sign on your cabin door, it means you'd like some peace and quiet, whether you're napping, working, or unwinding. Remember to be mindful of your fellow passengers' privacy by not knocking or trying to enter their cabins when their sign is up. It's important to respect everyone's space and boundaries on board. While it's great to have the option to enjoy some privacy while in your room, please remove the sign when you will be away. Using it excessively can make it harder for the cabin attendants to do their job efficiently, causing delays in servicing your cabin. In addition, if you leave the Do Not Disturb sign on your door at all times, the staff may become worried about you and decide to check in on you. Murphy's Law means they will always end up opening the door on you when you are in the shower or some other embarrassing moment. Let's make sure everyone has a relaxing experience by using the sign appropriately. You can enjoy your privacy and help maintain a considerate environment for all passengers aboard the cruise ship.
Number 14. Not remembering to signal for room cleaning. Don't forget to use the Make Up Room sign wisely to make sure your cabin stays clean and fresh during your cruise. This handy tool helps you communicate with your cabin attendant to keep your living space tidy. It's a good idea to put this sign out if you know your cabin will be vacant for at least a couple of hours. This allows some time for your cabin attendant to finish the room they are servicing when you leave, as well as time for them to get to your room. And once your cabin is squeaky clean, if your cabin attendant hasn't done so already, do your part by removing the makeup room sign from your door. This lets our hardworking attendants know that they can move on to help other guests and keep things running smoothly on board. Now, as a side note, some ships don't have magnets or hanging signs for you to place on your door. If you don't see those, look for an electronic touchpad. It will most likely be near the cabin door, perhaps inside a closet, and it will look similar to a doorbell with 3 or 4 buttons. You may also notice a panel high on the wall outside your cabin door with multicolored lights. The color of the light outside your room lets the cabin attendant know if you need service or wish to not be disturbed. Just ask them which buttons to push for service and which buttons to push for do not disturb.
Number 15. Taking cabin items home. As much as you may be tempted to bring home a piece of your cruise experience, resist the urge to take items home like towels, linens, as well as bathrobes, umbrellas, and binoculars if provided from your cabin. While the cruise line provides these amenities for your use during your journey, these items are meant to stay on board to be cleaned and used for the comfort of future guests. Bathrobes and towels are not freebies. They are essential for maintaining the cleanliness and coziness of your cabin. Trying to sneak them into your suitcase could lead to extra charges or penalties. So enjoy using them during your cruise, but leave them where they belong when it's time to say goodbye.
Now, we would love to hear your thoughts about these 15 things. Do you agree with them or have any to add? Feel free to share your comments below. And if you found this video to be helpful, informative, or enjoyable in any way, please consider giving it a big thumbs up. Also, if you haven't done so already, please subscribe to the channel too. It's completely free and your support is truly appreciated. Thank you for watching. Be safe.